Alright, in the last video we have learned about profile. So basically profile is a setting which you as an admin will actually configure for each and every user. Okay, and if you have thousands of users, definitely you would be creating profile per category. So each category one profile, not for like 1000 user 1000 profile. So these things we are pretty much clear in the last video. In this video we're going to talk about something called permission set. Okay, and let's just talk about some example first. Okay, we will talk about some business problem and then we'll try to solve that problem with something called permission set in Salesforce. All right, so the business problem is this. Suppose we have two users. Okay, one is Rajesh and we have another user called testing user. So testing user and Rajesh, suppose both are sales executive. All right, so ideally this user also will have a profile called sales executive, right? This user also will have a profile called sales executive. Every single user needs a profile. You cannot onboard a user without a profile. That's something we have already discussed. So Rajesh and testing user both has the same profile and the same accesses in the org. Okay, now this is the problem statement. The problem statement is, let's say Rajesh is one of the senior executive. All right, and Rajesh should have one level of extra access in the org. What should be the extra access? For example, let's say in Salesforce we will be learning something called reports, right? So suppose report access to create report or to maybe customize report or share the report with somebody, right? That create and customize report access Rajesh will have, okay, but not the testing user. Understand this? Rajesh and testing user both are having same profile. Now the question is, can you go and change or can you go and add this report access in the sales executive profile? Can you do that? Yes, you can do that, right? You can go and give this access to the sales executive profile. But the problem will be, if you give the access to the sales executive profile, then anybody who hosts the same profile, not only Rajesh and testing user, every single person who has the same sales executive profile will have the access to create and customize report. But what is the business need? Business requirement is to create the report and dashboard. To give the report and dashboard creation access to only Rajesh. Correct? So in this situation, you cannot change something in the profile. Correct? So how do you give extra access to some individual user without changing the profile? Is through the permission set. What is permission set? Basically, permission set is same like profile. Anything that you can do through profile, same level of access you can provide through permission set. But we have seen that one user cannot have multiple profile. One user will have only one profile, and same profile can be assigned to multiple users. So whatever access that you give in the profile will be shared to all the users that belongs to the same profile. Now, if an individual person supposed to get an extra level of access, then that's when you as an admin have to use a permission set. You got the definition? Permission set is always to give extra permissions. Remember, with the help of permission set, you can never and ever reduce or take some permission out of a particular user. Permission set is always been used to give extra permission to any of the single user. And you can assign multiple permission set to one single user. One user will have one single profile and can have multiple permission sets. Okay, this is the concept of permission set. Now we're gonna go into Salesforce page and we'll create a permission set. We'll give the same report level access in the permission set. Okay, and we will assign this permission set to this particular user named Rajesh, not the testing user.